We are back to the Soulburner 876 channel. We are here with Jamel Branch's top 8 adventure sprite deck profile. Now, this is someone that has been featured on the channel before. This is one of my teammates, called him Saj. He did something actually exceptional with this deck. He actually placed first at the end of Swiss with this deck. So bro lost first round and just decided to go on a rampage for the rest of the tournament. He's like 2-0 here, 2-0 there. He literally like reverse 6-2 the entire tournament. Like every round after he won like 2-0. So that was amazing on his part. And just to go through the list that he played, without further ado, let's get right into it. So this is Adventure Spright. It's a bit similar to his last list on the channel with a few differences. So he still plays the 2 Enchantress, the 1 Griffin. He plays 3 Spright Blues, 3 Spright Jet, the 1 Cat, and the 1 Red. You know, gotta have the veggies. Then he's playing 3 Swap Frog. Okay, for those that don't know what Swap Frog is, I can't believe I'm going through this card. Everybody should know this card. But it says that you can special summon this card from your hand by discarding 1 other water monster. When this card is summoned, you can send 1 level 2 or lower water aqua monster from your deck or face up field to the graveyard. So it does not just send frogs, it sends any water aqua monster. And something to note, if you activate the effect to send something and you don't have any targets in the deck, your opponent can actually enforce you to send the Swap Frog from the field. So when you guys are playing and you like the game state is getting out of whack, or the game has been going on for a while, you may want to take into account your resources, because this situation is highly unlikely, but it can come up. Yeah, you can return 1 monster you control to the hand. So any monster. If you summon the nib and you want the nib back, you bounce the nib back, and then you have another normal summon of a other frog monster except Swap Frog, in addition to your normal summoner set. Whew. My opponent just nibbed me and he just bounced the shit with a frog. I literally just get salt. Or salty, whichever works. Then there's the Duke Frog. This card's name is this frog. Okay, that's not important. Monsters your opponent controls cannot target monsters for attacks except this one. When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add 1 frog monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. This card's graveyard effect has never resolved in years because it always misses timing. Because there has to be nothing else taking place after this card is being sent on the field from the field. But yeah, that's only here to protect this card. The card that is just going to tell you can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! When this card is normally summoned, you can target 1 link monster in your graveyard, special summon it to your field so it points to this card, but change its attack to 0. Also, negate its effects. You cannot special summon monsters except link monsters. If this card in its owner's control is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon this card to your opponent's field in defense position. You guys heard the part where it says you cannot special summon monsters except link monsters, right? I just wanted to be sure. So when they bring it, they're going to bring this card in the defense in the standby phase when they make Toad, and then you're going to have to attack this defense position card, and this won't die. And if you summon, they're just going to banish your normal summon with smashers, and then you can't special summon because you're not link summoning. So if you don't have a link 1, you just stop playing. And even if you say you have a link 1 and you get rid of it and then they get rid of whatever it is that you play, and then the elf, then IP, they link away, and then they give it back to you. You're pretty much done from there. Because when the IP, they're going to link with IP and this card, and then they're going to make unicorn, and then they're going to spin away any other resource that you had on the field, and that's pretty much your turn. That's just it. You have nothing else to do. Because most cases you can only fit in one Lingaribo. That's it. Did run hand traps, 3 Ash. Everybody knows Ash, the most generic hand trap in the game. Big head, big forward, sorry. And then he ran 2 Ghost Mourner. This card has seen a lot of popularity recently. It says if your opponent special summons a monster or monsters face up except during the damage step. So even if they pendulum summon, you can discard this card and target one of those face-up monsters, negate its effect until the end of this turn. Also, if that face-up monster leaves the field this turn, its controller takes damage equal to its original attack. You can only use this effect of Ghost Mourner and Moonlit Chill once per turn. And then he made 2 DD Crow. DD Crow just says you discard this card and then you banish a card. Yeah, in either graveyard. So you target one card in your opponent's graveyard, sorry, and banish that target. So it's not either graveyard, just yours, your opponent, sorry. Then for the regular adventure stuff, the 3 Rite of Armistier, the 1 Fateful Adventure, and the 1 Jerkerback. For the Spright spells, 3 Starter and 1 Smashers, 2 Pot of Prosperity, 2 Triple Tactic Talents, 1 Call by the Grave, it's at 1, and then the 3 Imperm to close out the main deck of 40 cards. Then for the extra deck, we are playing 3 Spright Elf, because this is just a Spright deck, and our main focus is Spright plays. So he's running 3 Spright Elf, 2 Gigantic Spright, 1 Totally Awesome, 1 Underworld Goddess, 1 Unicorn, 1 Dark, 1 IP, 1 Zeus. Zeus says you need 2 level 12 monsters. Who the fuck makes a Zeus with 2 level 12 monsters anyways these days? Anyways, once per turn, if an XYZ monster battle this turn, you can also XYZ summon this card's name. By using 1 XYZ material, you can 1 XYZ monster you control as material, transfer its material to this card. So if you summoned an XYZ monster, you normally use 2 material, then you detach 1 to use its effect, and then you attacked with it, and it survives. You just made 2 material Zeus using not level 12 monsters. And you still have access to its quick effect. You can detach 2 materials from this card, send all other cards from the field to the graveyard. Once per turn, if another card you control is destroyed by battle or card effect another card or cards, you can attach 1 card from your hand, deck, or extra deck to this card as material. So if this card is destroyed, if another card is destroyed and whatnot, and you have like cards you want out of the deck, you can just attach them to Zeus as material, like maybe Enchantress or that sort of stuff if you just want it out the grave to be able to be used should they get rid of Zeus. And then there's the Downward, which is normally paired with Zeus because this is a Link or rank 2 deck, so most likely you can XYZ this card using a rank 3 or lower XYZ monster you control, as material. This is only during main phase 2, by the way. You have to transfer its material. This card gains 200 attack for each material attached to it, which is unimportant. You will almost never attack with this card or anything of that sort, because as soon as you make this card, you are just making Zeus. So yeah, then he plays the Sky Cavalry, Centauria. Yeah. Cannot be destroyed by battle while it has material. At the end of the damage step, if this card battles an opponent's monster, you can attach one material from this card. Return that opponent's monster to the hand. Yeah. And the regular Onigimaru and the Gin Buster. Onto the side deck, the Red Resonator, as mentioned before, it gains a shitload of life points. And I'm thinking the reason why he was able to just like literally glide through the entire rest of the tournament from round 1 is this card. This fucking card right here. This is like the new Mystic Mine in monster form. If you have no cards in your graveyard, quick effect, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. Until the end of the next turn, any card sent to the graveyard is banished instead. Something to note with the Spright deck, it doesn't play much with the graveyard. It doesn't interact much with the graveyard, so this shifter doesn't bother them. Then for the back row hate, he has 2 Twin Twisters, 3 Lightning Storms, and 3 Evenly Matched. I mean, Lightning Storm substitutes as like monster board breaking as well as spell and trap board breaking. Same function with Evenly Matched, it just gets rid of cards. It doesn't necessarily, it doesn't segregate anybody. It says all y'all can get this smoke. And then there's 3 anti-spell fragrance, because this deck loses hard to Dark Willow no more, so I guess using anti-spell to protect yourself for the turn, because you're killing your opponent on as soon as they end and can't break your board. So yeah, that's going to be it. Shoutouts to Team League, shout out to Sarge, shout out to the entire Yu-Gi-Oh! Jamaica community. I don't know, we're playing a game that we love, and as usual guys, let me know what you guys think about the deck and the profile down in the comments. If you guys have a deck that you want me to like feature on the channel, then you guys can hit me up. I'm trying to get to do like some player profiles, like player interviews, like get on calls with some players and like go through some card choices of their deck, or have some meta discussions, some stuff like that. But let me know if those type of videos are stuff that you guys would be interested in seeing. I'm working on trying to do like some interactive lives and that sort of stuff to just get the channel more exposure. But that's going to be it from me again guys. Until next time, peace. Like, comment, share and subscribe. I'm out.